Hello everyone, welcome back. Here's another hot ICO that's going to happen in approximately 12 hours. I've been researching this ICO for quite a while now. These guys um, look like they came up with something that's very promising. So from the very first minute, you can actually see that these guys have been gaining a lot of people, a lot of attention. They're already going on 100,000 users, which is not the most I've seen in a CEO, but it is a substantial amount. And you can see their website is very clean, very organized. You can tell that these guys have worked really hard on creating this whole thing. So for all you people who think that this is a scam or something like that, in my opinion, people would not go to lengths such as this um, just to miss out on the profits they could gain by actually having a successful product, a successful currency, which after studying this whole thing, I could honestly tell you that this thing has a lot of potential. It's basically Ucoin Cash is just another platform, another currency to serve as a replacement for money, obviously. Now, while this is nothing new, there's a lot of features here that let me show you the white paper. There's a lot of features here that actually will differentiate this from a lot of coins out there, and I do encourage you to do your own research. Obviously, don't take a stranger's word for it. Don't trust anyone. You gotta get better at knowing ICO's legitimacy and potential, and this is the best way to just by trial and error, right? So never invest more than you can afford to lose. Obviously, everyone tells you that, but it's especially true when it comes to ICOs. But obviously, if I'm presenting this to you right now, it means I've done my research, and obviously it means that I'm gonna invest in it myself. Now, like I said, these guys are really serious. You can tell by their white paper. Yeah, decentralized peer-to-peer work, anonymous, all this stuff. It's nothing new. But what I like about this is that the mining is by proof of work and proof of stake. I think, you know what, I think the mining is only by proof of work, but you have the option of proof of stake, which is great. This is very important, guys. Max supply of 31 million. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. I mean, it's not the least I've seen, obviously, but it's not a lot, which is great. It's only 10 million more than Bitcoin, and this has a lot of effect on the long run of how the value of this coin plays out. Um, so whenever obviously the max supply or the current supply is not that high, then the value stays up, right? It's simple 101 crypto economics. Now what I do like about this is also the fact that you can do lots of different things with this coin. You can mine it, obviously. You can stake it. You can lend it. They give you a lot of options. I've seen here that you can stake it for up from 15 days to 90 days, and you get up to 45% a month, guys. 45% a month is a lot. It's if you go to USI Tech, let's say, which is a lending program with Bitcoin, obviously, then they'll give you 140, but after 40 days, meaning you get 40% back after 140 days here, guys. Here's 45% after 1 month, which is great. And you can do it for as little as 15 days and as long as 90 days. And yeah, so this is just one feature, and these guys are gonna obviously have a desktop wallet, which is great, but pretty something that is pretty common. And they're gonna have a debit card. Now, the debit card is something that's really important, right? You're gonna want to use what you have, the coins you have. In the world we live today, where the transition from cash and our standard ways of payment is very, very slow, then we're going to be using debit cards probably around for the next at least 10-20 years, I guess. And it's very important now. I see a lot of companies coming out with debit cards lately. BitConnect, Ucoin. So yeah, it's becoming very, very popular. There's a demand for it. And also there's going to be a mobile app which you can use to pay with your cell phone, I guess using NFC, which is great, right? It's not something that is unique, but is also great. Their whole emphasis is the platform in which you can pay with those coins, make purchases. So that's why it's very important that they're going to have a mobile app, which is not something that should be taken for granted, because a lot of coins out there don't even have that. That's great, in my opinion. You can see the roadmap here. It's very detailed. You can see that these guys have a vision, that they know where they want to go. Yeah, so December 16, that's when the ICO ends and the Ucoin Cash lending program starts. And they are not going to be listed on CoinMarketCap on December 28th. They're probably going to be listed way earlier than that. That's by seeing other ICOs, just like Ucoin, BitConnect, Electroneum. They were listed right away, probably the first few days after the coin got released. Sorry. And yep, you can obviously mine it. You're gonna be able to exchange it first in their own exchange, which is great, and then they're gonna list it on other exchanges. So yeah, guys, a lot of potential here, a lot of potential. If you ask me, you should definitely look into it. Now, the ICO itself. Okay. So as you can see, the ICOs always motivate you to be one of the first buyers, because you always get a discounted price. Now the first 100,000 tokens are only priced at 80 cents. Now these are gonna probably be sold out in about, I'm not joking, maybe 30 minutes. Something crazy. We see that a lot in those ICOs nowadays. The second batch is gonna be 82 cents, 85, 88, so on, up until $1.20. And while the increase is not that substantial, you do see a difference once you purchase larger amounts, right? And with these ICOs, you do want to purchase large amounts, because usually the price is extremely low. And once you've done your research and you're already taking the time to check the legitimacy and the potential of this thing, and you've finally decided to make an investment, and you want to buy a substantial amount, obviously, like I said, you don't want to put money that you cannot afford to lose, but you do want to make a nice profit. And usually people who invest in ICOs do it for the short term, unless it's Electroneum or something like that, where you know it's going to take time and the supply is large. Then you know it's going to take a long time until you see really nice profits. But this coin has very limited max supply, and you know that the price is going to go up as soon as the ICO ends. So you do want to buy a nice amount. Okay, so if you're interested in doing that, then you can just sign up, right? And let me show you how you're gonna deposit some coins in there. You go to your dashboard, obviously, wallet, deposit and withdrawals, and you'll be able to deposit either Ethereum or Bitcoin. I do not recommend using Bitcoin, because the system has been backed up lately, and transactions take from anywhere from a few hours to even a few days, which is insane. So just use Ethereum, very easy, very quick, and yeah, hopefully these guys are gonna keep investing and keep elevating this thing, because now everything is looking good, and hopefully they'll keep their word with everything, and I believe in them. and hopefully we're gonna make a lot of money from this. So yeah, so I will see you in the next ICO.